Now you talked about your prison stint. You did 2.5 years.
Yeah.
At one time.
Yeah, at one time I did 1 year, got out 6 months on papers, went right back. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, the reason why I said 2 years back to back because it's like, I wasn't even out more than like 5 months. You know what I'm saying? I did my time at the Penal Form Correctional Facility, which is in Benton, Louisiana. It borders the borderline of Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was out there for school, but it's just like I said, I was a petty hustler, man. I was doing whatever I could to dib and dabble, you know what I'm saying, to make extra money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, me doing that, the whole detective force, man, brought a whole like case on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing documentary on that now. Man, my sister is going to be willing, you know what I'm saying, to really talk. It's going to be an interesting story because the guy who actually brought me down and did my case on me was somebody that she graduated with. He graduated with her in her graduating class, and they did their whole 17 years on the force. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that's how that went down, man. He basically built the case on me and basically came in with the dogs and whatever else you can name me and made it a big old drug hassle. You know what I'm saying? I got popped with a gun, got popped with a weed. They dropped the weed charge of simple possession, banned me with the gun. You know what I'm saying? I sat there for the year, came out. I wasn't supposed to leave Shreveport, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I know I had some brothers back home, man, who was missing me when I left and went back to Lafayette. When I came back to Shreveport, they required me to go back in for another year because I had, you know what I'm saying, revoked my probation by leaving. You know what I'm saying? The state, it's not like a county line. Every other state is counties. Where we at is the parish. You know what I'm saying? So, me crossing more than 5 parishes was a law. You know what I'm saying? Prohibited by my probation administration, which, basically sent me back. But, I haven't been back since, maybe for a couple warrants. You know what I'm saying? I did like a month in the LPCC. That was about it. You know what I'm saying? They bombed me out for a couple warrants. That was the last time I did some time, which was like in 2014. Other than that, I've been home free, man. You know what I'm saying?
Did you rap inside?
Yeah, man. I definitely rapped inside, man. I never forget it. I remember writing my first verse, like ever, like being inside. It was called Grade A. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy because, you know what I'm saying, you got Cocaine Music Group and it was called Cocaine Colombian Music. You know what I'm saying? That was the name of the song, but I was basically just talking about the bars I was spitting. You know what I'm saying? It was heavy like drugs. But that's how I made it. That's how I made a name. That's how like niggas didn't fuck with me and shit. Like, cause Sco, come rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause by the time I got in the can, I was letting them know, man, they called me Sco Money. I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. So they started calling me, Lil Louisiana. They started calling me Lil Flat, you know what I'm saying? Lil New Orleans. I get that all the time, Lil New Orleans, because of the slang and terminology we use, you know what I'm saying, back home, So it was like, yeah, man, that's definitely experience through my music too, that I definitely let the youth know that that's not nothing that you want to go through, you know what I'm saying, man? It's crazy, but that's, being told what to do 24/7, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy shit.
Do's and don'ts inside prison.
Do's and don'ts. Do's, I can say, definitely keep to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make that mark and set that trend about who you are. You know what I'm saying? Those tattoos or whatever hood you from and what rag you claim ain't gonna save you in there. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a do. A don't is don't be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Don't be easily led because you're in an environment that you never knew nothing about. Me going in the can and not knowing nothing about the can and my first time being in there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't easily be vulnerable. People are gonna come up to you and tell you, what's up, man? Where you from? What you doing? How you got in here? What's your charges? You know what I'm saying? You need something, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with the dues, you know what I'm saying, that you have to pay for the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, all that friendly bop and shit. Woo woo, you did this and did that. That shit don't work in that, man. It's definitely an environment where you have to look out for yourself and self only. You know what I'm saying? You can have your big homies and whoever you is from your clique, but yeah, that's definitely the do's and don'ts. That's my do's and my don'ts. That's what kept me good. So I don't know for the other homies who ever did time, I don't know what it is for their do's and their don'ts to keeping them, but that's mine.
Craziest shit you seen in there?
Craziest shit I seen was one time, man, we was on the yard, you know what I'm saying? I seen this guy, bruh, you know what I'm saying, basically go up to this other guy, man, they conversed about some stuff, and then you basically just watch him walk on the yard, bruh, and start, poking this dude up. It could have been about 6, maybe 5 or 6 times, Shout out Big Junior, man, because he was from Arkansas. That's who they stabbed up, man, Big Junior. That was a guy I just knew, man. I don't know if he gonna ever remember me. You know what I'm saying? Got goes to the bottom, goes to the top, but definitely cool dude, man. He was a grape crip, you know what I'm saying, which is out of Arkansas. So, you know, I watched them jug him up. He survived that though. Real talk to the big homie, man. But that was probably the craziest shit I ever seen because I was probably in there maybe a month or two, you know what I'm saying? And me just getting in there, seeing that shit right there was like, you know, my first month or two was pretty nice. Like it was, I'm not gonna say nice like that, but it was pretty nice as of, you know, it was quiet. It wasn't really no, and then you get in the yard and you see some shit like that. You know, when I got on the phone with my mom the next day, I definitely let her know, like, man, I just seen a nigga get stabbed in here. You know what I'm saying? And my mom could definitely vouch for that too. You know, my mom's a preacher, so she was just like, you better pray, baby. You know, just pray and keep going first. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, that's what it was, man. My faith and me being the street, you know, me definitely being in the streets was just, you know, keep safe. Like, fuck that. Don't let nobody, you know, just keep to yourself. Fuck the bullshit.
What kept you motivated in there?
What kept me motivated? I would definitely have to say my homie Strap, man, Terrence Rubin, man, you know what I'm saying? He passed, you know what I'm saying? I want to say it had to have been like in 07, 08, somewhere around me during the time. You know, they extradited me there to see his body and stuff like that, and then brought me back to the prison after I finished, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, man, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's a hard experience, you know what I'm saying, to definitely go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, being in that type of environment and to keep motivation, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you somewhere where you don't want to be. So it's hard to keep motivation because at the end of the day, the only thing you thinking about is, man, I want to be free. You know, I'm missing moms, I'm missing my girl, I'm missing my homies, I'm missing the hood. But I definitely took heed to what my mom said because at the end of the day, when I was in there, it wasn't no hood, wasn't the prison, it wasn't no my girl. You know, I basically kept God first, and that's how I fell in love with hip-hop. I fell in love with hip-hop being there. You know, I could come out with the story and say I found God and Allah and yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I found God and then I found music. And then I said, well, this is what I want to do. I definitely want to promote a message to the younger youth, you know, letting them know what's going on. And, you know, because if you look at, you know, the crime to how it's compared to how it was back in the day, you know, man, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane. So, you know, that definitely was the motivation, keeping God first. And, you know, the other motivation was just, you know, saying that I'm not coming back. Like, even though I got my petty charges, being on probation and still being involved with the people, but saying that I'm not coming back was a true meaning and statement. You know what I'm saying? I do whatever not to go back, keep myself out of bad situations, bad environments. And that's motivation. My motivation was not to go back, but I use jail as my motivation not to go back. You know what I'm saying? But being in there to have motivation, you just got to, and, you know, I can't tell, you know, everybody's different. You know, everybody was raised different, you know, so, you know, that was my motivation. My motivation wasn't being no street nigga or this, that, and the other. My motivation was just basically like, man, keep God first. And now hip-hop is what you want to do. When you get out of here, do hip-hop. Because if that's what you want to do, you know, if you go back, you won't be able to do that. So that's my motivation in there and out of here. You know what I'm saying? Out here now, that's still my motivation.